Heavenly Father, we thank you tonight for all your blessings. You said in all things give thanks. So we want to thank you tonight for these mighty machines that you brought before us. Thank you for the Dodges and the Toyotas. Thank you for the Fords. And most of all, we thank you for Roush and Yates partnering to give us the power that we see before us tonight. Thank you for GM Performance Technology and the R07 engines. Thank you for Sunoco Racing Fuel and Goodyear tires that bring performance and power to the track. Lord, I want to thank you for my smoking hot wife tonight, Lisa, my two children, Eli and Emma, or as we like to call them, the little E's. Lord, I pray you bless the drivers and use them tonight. May they put on a performance worthy of this great track. In Jesus' name, boogity, 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 amen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV for the final race of the World of Thunder Racing League and DirtFan.com here on this Sunday evening. We've seen the super late models tonight. We've seen the UMP modifieds. Now a different kettle of fish taken to the racetrack. We are in the sprint car capital of the world territory, the Knoxville Raceway, and yes, you guessed it, you can see the cars on the racetrack. The 410 wings sprint cars take to the track. Round number 7 of 8 here in Season 7 for the World of Thunder Racing League. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler joined alongside Tommy from Checkers and Wreckers once again. And Tommy, we've just come off the Lima Lynn Motorsports Park UMP modified race, and now we turn our attentions to these 900 winged horse-powered beast.
Yep, and I see they got just the kind of a relaxation going around the paddock here. Everybody was a little worried that Tommy was going to be in this race. They're scared that they wouldn't be able to keep up with me. But, yeah, you know, duty calls, and I am up here in the booth tonight instead of racing. So these racers are lucky. They don't have to deal with me in the field because I'd be tearing through there. You've seen me race these. You know how good I am.
Yeah, duty does certainly call, and it's right in the back of your pants. But I tell you what, we've got a couple of, we've obviously got a stout field here once again. Again, a couple of world champions. David Harleman, the USAC iRacing world champion. Alex Bergeron, the 410 iRacing World of Outlaws sprint car champion. A former world champion. The first ever iRacing 410 world champion happens to be Tim Ryan as well. So he's going to make his appearance here at the Knoxville Raceway. We are getting set for qualifying on the program. And would you look at that? The first car that I happen to be looking at, he drives car number 7 for D1RT Racing. He leads the points by 13 points. Hayden Cardwell, who leads over Alex Bergeron going into the final couple of nights. Tommy, it's all important that he has a good, strong finish here tonight to have a shot at the championship come next week.
Absolutely, and like I said, the last race there is, you know, the championship is not going to be won tonight, but it sure as hell can be lost tonight. So these guys got to be very careful going around there and keep that in their mind that, hey, if I have a bad run tonight, it could really take me out of contention for next week there.
That it can. We are times coming through right now. David Harleman, 16.382 quick time. Braden Isler is second. Quick, can he improve on his lap time? His time, yes, 16.287 quick time for Braden Isler. Jeffrey Stewart, 24th. Dylan Hauser for Slick Sim Sports. Down under graphics, Cush Clothing, iRacing iFlag, and the Two Brothers Stream Team. He will get the green flag here at the Knoxville Raceway. Braden Isler is still quick time. Tyler File makes his long-awaited return back to sim racing with a 16.352. David Holloman third. Fourth is Mason Hannigan with Shea Paulo rounding out your top 5. And a bit of information from the number 2 machine, the driver on screen, 11th quick, Dylan Hauser. He's just come off probably one of his biggest wins in his career. He picked up the TeamVLR.com iRacing iFlag 12th annual Turkey Gobbler in a street stock, and also picked himself up $500 to win. Not a bad way to get a sim, not a bad payday for a sim racing experience.
No, not at all. That's if you can put that on the table after a race, hey, I'd say you're winning in that one. So, yeah, I look back. It looks like Hayden finishes with a 14th overall speed there, so a little slower probably than he wanted. He's probably trying to adjust a setup. I know he said in the end of that during the interview, he needed to find something here to get going. So hopefully he found what he needed and didn't just go to some clown to find anything, and he's able to make it work.
Dylan Wilson in car number 32. No time for Dylan Wilson. There was contact with the wall. Let's take a look at the Fathead Eye where Brian Cross racing the BCR. Number 78 machine got the big target on that top wing, and that certainly makes him a target to get it, but he's not going to get a lap in. So 44 cars have officially taken a lap time, and I believe we had about 46 or 47 that were in the server. Fastest qualifier goes to Braden Arler. We're going to have 4 heat races on the program for tonight. Let's take a look at heat race number 1 with your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Heat race number 1, your lineup looks like this. Starting on pole in cut of a 005, Braden Eiler. On his outside at a position number 2, Blake Cannon. Shea Borlow will start inside second row at a position 3 alongside him. At a position number 4, Rusty Kruger. Lining up at a position number 5, it's Carter Chevalier, and James Grace will start position number 6. Mike Keegan will start position number 7. Jim Emery will start position number 8. 9th is going to be Bryson Daffin. Craig Dunn will start position 10. Devin Thompson will start position 11. Dylan Wilson will start position 12. And Tommy Moreau will start position number 13. Tommy, while these cars are getting to the racetrack, we've still got a couple of cars. Who do you like in this one to finish? Let's pick third place tonight.
Third place, I'll go with James Grace. Third place, James Grace.
I'm going to go with the guy that starts on the outside of the second row. I'm going to go with Rusty Kruger. He's
I think of that. I don't want him haunting my dreams.
Well, he can haunt me all he likes.
I'll take your word for it there. I don't know how to respond to that one there, Brett.
That's right.
That's right. I didn't catch him on Thursday. I was really hoping to, but we're just giving Steve a hard time. You guys know Steve. He puts on a fantastic show here at the World of Thunder, and couldn't do it without all you racers there. So thank you all to the World of Thunder drivers and Steve for putting on a great show here. They got their final run is going to be their championship week is next week. So, like we said, pay attention to this race. This is a big one for these guys.
That's right.
I catch myself from doing it. You know that I was like, yeah, I want to go say it. I'm like, oh darn it, I'm doing it.
You're pulling a Steve McMillan.
That's right.
Digging it deep and selling it cheap. All right, sun starting to set here at the Knoxville Raceway. Green flag set to fly here in heat number 1. The World of Thunder Racing League and DirtFan.com 410 winged sprint cars here at the Knoxville Raceway. We are green in heat number 1. We go down into 1 and 2. Braden Arler immediately to the top shelf through 1 and 2. Oh, Cannon! And who was that in? Shea Paulo, I think. Yeah, Shea Paulo and Blake Cannon come together. Keegan slides up in front of Kruger. Kruger tries to drive it back underneath him. Battle on for 4th and 5th position right now. Kruger slides up in front of Keegan. Keegan turns it back underneath, drives through the slick part of the racetrack. Now Keegan back to the inside, slide job on Kruger. Kruger going to turn it back underneath him. Shea Paulo runs bottom. 3rd place right now. Carter Chevalier in that 3rd and final transfer position.
These guys are really putting it down to it, and I'm starting to see a trend here. As the first heat and the 4th heat really seem to be the very competitive ones, where the middle, these guys just try to stay clean and do what they can. So these first heat guys are really trying to push it to the limits and do what they can to get that transfer spot in there before the what do we call it, the redraw there.
Yeah, they are certainly pushing the cushion right now on this big half a mile of a racetrack, the sprint car capital of the world. Keegan continues to ride the outside. Now looking to get back by Chevalier into turns 1 and 2. Chevalier slides up in front of Keegan. Keegan gets underneath him now. Half a car length between the pair as they go down the back straightaway. Keegan goes back to the top shelf. Tommy, I've got to say I'm very surprised right now that we aren't seeing drivers enter on the top of the racetrack right in the dark moisture. and just continue to put their right rears on that cushion. Rusty Kruger's trying to do it now. That's probably the line to take, and I guess if you can just run the cushion, you're gonna be definitely quick around the Knoxville Raceway.
Big thing you got to watch out is making contact with that wall when you run the Cardwell line. You got to be careful not to turn it into the Tom Racker line and kiss it with the back end. That's never fun and really can throw off a race. So although it is a fast line, it is a very dangerous line to run. But I believe the leader, even Braden Eiler, I mean, he's way out ahead, but I believe he's running. He's running that similar line there too. So obviously kind of shows you where the speed is, because he is out on rails there.
Yeah, I'm struggling to find the Tom Racker line because it's just there's so many lines even down the straightaway. It's just hard to pick one right now. But
Tom Racker's all of them. That's
slider from Keegan for third position. Chevalier tries to look back to the inside. In comes James Grace, 3 wide of the start finish line, down into 1 and 2. 2 for 1 slide job, and here comes Keegan back to the middle. Oh, what a race this is for the final transfer position. Braden Eiler going to win. Second going to go to Shea Paulo at the line. Oh, who's that? Oh, we got cars wrecking. Oh, who's car? James Grace upside down at the start finish line. And third spot is going to go to Boom Boom Shakalaka Rusty Kruger.
They put it out for it, and unfortunately the lap traffic there, I believe that was Tony Moreau. I think unfortunately he kind of stuck it in the wall. He looked in his rear view, saw the leaders coming at him, and he kind of ran the Tom Racker line himself and put it into the wall. And unfortunately, we saw it take some contenders out there.
Boom, ladies and gentlemen, heat race number 2. This is a beauty of a heat race. Let's take a look.
Same thing.
Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid.
Starting on the pole, we got the number 44, Tyler Pyle. And in second, the 38 machine of Tim Ryan. Starting third, the number 12, Alex Bergeon. And in fourth, we've got Sean Timmerman. In fifth, the number 25, Tyler Ducharme. And in sixth, the 91 of Ernie Williams Jr. That's right there, man. And running in seventh, the number 26 of Michael Sheridan. And in eighth, the number 82 of Austin Semmelman. Starting in ninth, the number 2 of Trevor Fitz. And 10th, the 29 of Adam Sprinkle. And 11th, Nicholas Johnson in the 01. And in 12th, the number 78 of Brian J. Cross.
Well, we're talking about world champions before. Obviously, Alex Bergeron, the defending world champion for the iRacing 410 World of Outlaws Nice Energy Drink Sprint Cars. Another driver that has picked up, and the only other driver, he was the first iRacing 410 World of Outlaws champion. Tim Ryan starts on the front row, and boy, didn't those two guys battle it out during that opening season for the championship, where Tim Ryan came away victorious. But I tell you what, super impressed with the return here of the driver. The number 44 machine starts on pole, Tyler Pyle. We're going to ask you, which driver finishes 4th in this one?
Ooh, I'm gonna go with Ern Williams Jr., man.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying, man? You know what I'm saying? That's what I was going to pick too, man. You know what I'm saying? But I think I'm going to go with Austin Silverman. You know what I'm saying, man?
Perfect.
Here we go. Green flag set to fly here. As the green flag flies, Tyler Pyle getting a good jump on the rest of the field. They go down into 1 and 2. It's going to be Tim Ryan, who rides in second position. Then we go back to Alex Bergeron and Sean Timmerman. They race side by side. Oh no, Bergeron into the side of Ryan. Ducharme gets around Tim Ryan upside down. And Bergeron and Ryan, they came together there on the front in turns 3 and 4. And old man Bullhound, you know what I'm saying, man? He's up in the first spot.
That's what I was going to say. That's right. Look at that. The number 91, Ernie Williams Jr., the door closed for a few drivers. The door swung wide open for the number 91 there. And
he loves when the door swings open.
And jumps right through it. That's right. He takes the number 3rd position. And it looks like they are in Steve's favorite formation here. Little choo-choo.
I don't know about that, but the battle on for the race leads. Sean Timmerman puts a slider there on Tyler File through turn number 1 and 2. The Dirtco Media House, number 24 machine, out in front. Rides the top shelf, gets onto the cushion. And I told you get that cushion right. I'll tell you what, the person that would be loving the cushion most right now, old Boomer himself, you know what I'm saying, man, Joe kind of Benoni one, he's on the top side of the racetrack, you know what I'm saying?
Yep, and with these two, I thought they were going to go at it with the number 1 and 2, but it looks like Ernie Williams Jr. is going to come make this a three-way match here, and nothing better, a little three-way action, late night, Sunday, get you ready for the work week right there.
Well, if you want if you want a three-way action with three guys, albeit I'm not going to judge you, it is what it is. But look at Williams Jr. Meow, meow. That's right, Williams working the outside of the racetrack. File slides up to the top, gets the cushion. Timmerman right. Oh, there's contact there. Williams into the back of Tyler File as they went down into turn number 3. Williams through the middle of the surface here at the Knoxville Raceway. 7 down, 3 to run. Can Williams make any more? Can he make any more moves here in these last couple of laps?
I think he's going to make a definite run for second here. It's going to be interesting to watch, definitely, as he does seem to have the speed out of the exit. But I just don't know if he has that entrance speed. It looks like Tyler File is just getting him a little on the turns. But here we go. Ernie Williams Jr. going low. Is he going to get him? No. Just a little shy coming out of the turn there for the last lap. Brett, take it away.
I think that bottom side is very good on the exit of turn before, right up on the inside burn, but I don't think anybody's going down there. Sean Timmerman looked to put himself in the redraw. Here comes Ernie Williams Jr. creeping to the outside on the 44 machine of Tyler File. He goes high. Williams cuts underneath him. It'll be a drag race to the start-finish line. Sean Timmerman gets the win. Ernie Williams Jr. will grab second ahead of Tyler File in third. Michael Sheridan just beating home Austin Simmelman by half a tenth. That was almost a double boom, baby. Boy, that was close for Simmelman. Bergeron home in 6th. Ducharme, Cross, Johnson, Sprinkle. Then we go back to Tim Ryan somewhere at the back of the field. Boy, what a chaotic heat that was.
Absolutely, and I want to give a shout out there to Mr. Sprinkle. He sprinkled a little skill down on that. I looked over, and he was a little rookie class there. And with so I don't know if he's new to iRacing. It sure looked like it. So congrats there. You didn't finish last like I would have, and you kept it up there pretty well. So I got to give a shout out there. It's always good to hear the good with the bad when you're a rookie there. So.
All right, heat number 3. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Starting on pole of heat race number 3 in car number 49, David Harleman. On his outside, they call him the tuna can. Billy Rowley will start position number 2. Skylar Brown will line up out of position at number 3. William Brickley will line up out of position number 4. James Tiernan will start position number 5 out of position 6. Kyle Moonen. Hayden Caldwell, your points leader coming into tonight, will start position number 7. JD Brown will start position number 8. Position 9 is going to be Dustin Hall with Tanner Folds starting position number 10. And the drivers in 11th and 12th did not grid. That'll be... You know what? We're not even going to say their name. You can see them.
There you go.
So we've had... what? Did we pick 3rd?
We did pick 3rd, yes.
And then we picked 4th in that one. Let's pick a 2nd place.
I think our boy Hayden's going to bring it up to 2nd. I think Heilman's going to take it, so that leaves the door open for Hayden there.
I'm going to go with the white boy, Skylar Brown.
There you go.
Doesn't matter if you're black. Actually, I'm just going to go with... I'm just going to pick Brown, all right?
Oh, look at that. We got both of them. Is it the Brown brothers, the Brown cousins?
Not even
Brown buddies?
closely related.
Well, we get the Brown buddies then. Because there was another one in the last race, Getski.
Jetski, Krabajetski, he was scheduled to start up.
I saw that at the bottom there on the loud pedal there. And Heilman's off to a good start here as he takes the field off into the turn. And behind him, we got Billy Rowley and Skylar Brown, James Tiernan, William Brickley here. And Billy Rowley's, I don't know, something happened with Heilman there. He lost a little speed in the turn, but he seems to gain it back and takes back the lead there.
I think that bottom side, what did I say during that last heat? That bottom side on the exit of turn 4 is good. Rowley takes the lead down into turn number 1 and 2. Brown in position. That's Skylar Brown now in 4th. William Brickley around the outside. Then you go back to James Tien and Skylar Brown trying to go to the top shelf into turn number 3 and 4. And look who is up there as well. No surprise to see Hayden Cardwell trying to rip the lip around this big half a mile. Put the right rear on the cushion. We've seen him do this a couple of weeks ago at the Volusia Speedway Park. Remember, he started, I think it was near dead last, got up to 2nd, and then just thought, you know what, I've had enough, I want to wreck myself.
That's he did. He hit. I stopped myself. You heard the laugh. I know. That outside, I believe that was where the wall kind of stuck out a little, and it had the entrance for the cars there. Is that where he hit that?
Yeah, it was.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, sometimes you got to sneeze when you're eye racing, or you got that little twitch in your eye, and that'll happen. But I mean, he was running a flawless race. And speaking of a flawless race, if you go up to that leader, David Heilman, he might be crossing back and forth with Billy there, but Heilman's running a great
Cardwell into the wall.
He's actually taking off a little. So we got Cardwell into the wall, and he is doing the do-si-do down the track. I guess he is still on the – nope, there you go. He finally reset. I was going to say when I turned to him, his tires were still going 90 miles an hour.
All right, so your top 3 as they come across into turns 1 and 2, 7 down, 3 to run. David Harleman, Billy Rowley, and James Tien. And those top 3 drivers looking to lock into tonight's main event. 4th place, William Brickley, Skylar Brown in 5th. Then you go back to our 6th place driver, Dustin Hall, trying to make something happen, but I think it's all too far and too little too late right now. But Skylar Brown, you're ripping the cushion. Take a look when they go into 1 and 2 next time by. Take a look. Excuse me. Take a look at the size of the cushion in the center of 1 and 2. Look at that dirt that just goes up the fence. That is unbelievable. Couple of final turns for David Harleman, Billy Rowley, James Tien, and they race side by side through 3 and 4. David Harleman victorious in heat number 3. 2nd, I believe, went to James Tien, and he did. Billy Rowley in 3rd. Skylar Brown 4th. Oh, I said double 2, by the way. So that's technically another one for me, right? Yep.
I don't know about that.
That's how I've got to rule it.
All right. Well, hey, you're the leader here. You ever seen Big Daddy?
I am Big Daddy.
What is this called? I Win? Is that the game?
Yeah. What's the name of the game? I Win.
I Win.
Spell hippopotamus. Damn you! You give him the easy ones. Hip Hop Anonymous.
Hip Hop Anonymous.
How do we go from dirt track racing to Big Daddy?
Because you brought me into the booth, sir. That's exactly.
All right, your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid looks like this.
And starting on the pole in the number 1, you've got Mason Hannigan in the number 2 position. In the 19, Dylan R. Hauser. Starting 3rd in the number 80, Vinny Sansoni. And in 4th, the 069 of Paul Before. And in 5th, the 2-1 of Richie Preston. Starting 6th, the 42 of Tyler Shell, yes. And in 7th, the 47 of Brendan Steele. And 8th, the 54 of Alex Studinger. In 9th, the 22 of Jimmy Mars. In 10th, the 97 of Jarrett Bulliard. And in 11th, the 72 of Jeffrey Stewart. And in 12th, the 23 of George Wood.
Yeah, they call him Tarzan.
All right. That's the last thing I'm sure everybody else wanted to hear. But we'll give Brett a little relaxation here for a minute as these cars make their way around the final couple turns here before they stomp on it and go racing here. We got some good-looking cars up here, so congrats to the painters. And they're on the loud pedal there. And it looks like, man, Mason Hannigan just burns off there real quick. Dylan Hauser going to give him a little action here in the first turn. Then we go back. Vinny Sansoni, Paul before. We got some guys going a little three-wide action here. Give me a second. We got Paul before, Richie Preston, Tyler Shell. We got a little wreckage here. Alex Studinger kind of doing a little do-si-do there. So
Having his no-no touched.
He did. We got a little no-nos there. So looks like these guys are going to kind of, they got a little too wide action here in the back near Jimmy Mars and George Wood. They're battling it out, but up front, oh no, there we got a battle here. Up front's turning into a battle. Brett, take it away.
Yeah, Hauser on the outside now, sliding from the middle to the top, or somewhat to the top of the racetrack, 3/4 of the way up. Drag racing side by side. Hannigan in the one machine up on the inside. Vinny Sansoni as well. That orange 80 machine looking low. 3 wide for the race lead there for a moment through turn number 3 and 4. It'll be 4 in the books this time by Hannigan. Back to the inside on Hauser. Hauser rolling right through the center of 3 and 4. And Tyler Shell was been scared to run sprint cars this season with the World of Thunder. Had to go sandbag elsewhere. Now he finds himself, he's put his big boy panties on, and he's now into position 3 looking for that second spot over Mason Hannigan.
Yep, and I don't know the backstory there, but hey, the World of Thunder, it's a hard league. It's not for the guys just driving Miss Daisy, that's for sure. So if you got to go out, you got to practice, you got to come back to be a little more competitive. There's nothing wrong with that because this is top tier racing right here. We're watching Dylan Hauser still in the lead of the race here, but Tyler Shell coming out to the bottom and going to give him a run here with we got 3 to go.
Oh boy, well it is past 10 o'clock, and if you want to go there,
He wasn't coming into the bottom.
yeah, well, you know what, you just said that joke because it didn't come across there. Oh boy, Paul
We got a
Balf.
little too wide action back there. Was that Vinny? Yeah, Vinny Sansoni's trying to pull it. Are they taking? We got top 3 or top 4?
Top three to the main event.
Well, top 3. So we're battling Vinny Sansoni and Mason Hannigan going at it here for the transfer spot with 1 to go here.
Yeah, final time, or final
You're
lap
keeping you up?
this time. But yeah, you are actually. It's
Okay.
close to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You know what that means? That means nap time, baby. All right. Well, look, it'd be nice if you could catch up on the same day as me, but yeah, we'll let that one slide for another couple of more hours. As Hauser makes his way into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Checking flaggers out. Dylan Hauser, Tyler Shell, your top 2. Hannigan will get 3rd. 4th is going to be Vinny Sansoni. Then we go back to Richie Preston in 4th and 5th. Jeffrey Stewart, Brandon Steele, Jarrett Bolyard, Jimmy Mars.
Jimmy Mars was going up to Mars. Did you see that?
No, I missed it. Tarzan in 10th. George Wood, Paul Balfour, and Alex Studinger to round out your 12-car field here in heat race number 4. This will be our B main. And let's take a look at how they line up with your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid.
That's right.
Still a lot of action still to come here on Ultimate Dirt TV. 3 more B mains plus a main event. Starting on pole, B main number 1, James Grace. Vinny Sansoni will start position 2. William Brickley will start position number 3. Alex Bergeron will start position number 4. Position 5 going to be Bryson Daffin. Brandon Steele out of position 6. Carl Moonen. Well, thankfully Jimmy Mars ain't in this one because those 2 guys could have been together up in space. He will start position 7. Nicholas Johnson out of position 8. Mike Keegan out of position 9. Tarzan George Wood out of position 10. Tyler Batten didn't even race in the heat. If he makes it, he'll start position 11 with Trevor Fitz. Looking to fit into the top 4. We'll start position 12.
Yes, you got that right. And I'm still just amazed that Mr. Mars hit the wall like a Brickley. That is a fact. Well, and give me a second here because Brett's taking a pause for his 3 o'clock James Grace. Got to say your James Grace in the 3 o'clock afternoon before the kids get
Look, I played the Grace early on. I played the prayer. Come on. What do you want me to do?
I thought you were doing your own James Grace over there before the kids got home. Say a little prayer. Help me through the night and make me keep sane and don't let these kids absolutely take over the house tonight. So
I'll do it anyway, but the easiest way out of that one is just put a headset on, pretend you can't hear them. Boom.
You're lucky your wife let you do that. Mine would throw a shoe through the TV I was sitting there listening to.
You just look. You need some training practice in.
Exactly. You know, a lot of people live by the motto, happy wife, happy life. I live by the motto, slightly irritated wife is a very fun life. So take that up and give that a try out, all you guys out there. Believe it or not, it is a little interesting.
Look, I think if you grab your balls out of a purse, you'll be right.
Oh no, they stay there. I'm married up. I know that, and yep, she can have them.
Yeah, if she's got 3 kids, what does she need anymore, right?
Exactly. And they're mashing that loud pedal now. They're off, and a little slower to get off. And that's I speak about it every week, because I love seeing the guys kind of switch up the restarts. It really kind of throws off the whole field at times. And you could kind of see that midfield where they had to let up a little because some of those guys were on it and ready to go. But we got James Grace on it and Alex Bergeron coming up through the top here, and Vinny Sansoni rounding out the top 3 right now.
I believe it'll be top 4 to go through to the main event. So we'll keep an eye also on that 4th and final transfer position that belongs to William Brickley at the moment. But this track probably more suited to the likes of Alex Bergeron and Vinny Sansoni. Both drivers ran in the World of Outlaws Nice Energy Drink Sprint Car Pro Series. And of course, we all know how that ended for Alex Bergeron. He won the championship. Got to take a trip out to the dirt track at Charlotte during the World Finals. And that's not a bad little prize, not to mention the $10,000 that he won for winning the championship.
No, and I saw a picture. He got one of those like big checks that they give to golfers in Happy Gilmore. So I'm pulling out all the Billy Madison and
where can I find one of those big goofy checks?
Yeah, we're gonna get one of them big ones. Just go get me one of those big ones. So hopefully he sports that very well up on his wall or something, because I don't think the bank's taking the big ones. I'm sure he got a little one with that. But Alex Bergeron is just taking off. He is hooked in. He is locked and loaded, and kind of running a different line. He's a little lower than what we've seen the guys that have led the race here. So I don't know if he just prefers a little slicker, a little looser there. But hey, loose is fast. So
yeah, not all the time. Not all the time. Vinny Sansoni, William Brickley. Drivers continue to race side by side through 3 and 4. Brickley hangs. Oh, he gets by. In fact, Vinny Sansoni. So now he's going to move into second. Sansoni hanging on to third. James Grace clutching at the final straw, the final transfer position. He's got Mike Keegan behind him and also Kyle Moon. And those 2 drivers are somewhat battling each other right now. But here comes the 92 machine. The Dirt Armada Team City Wicked Cushion. Number 92 machine. Can he get into the A main? With a transfer spot up for grabs. Keegan around the outside of James Grace. So we 4 to run this time by.
Yep, there's nothing more fun than watching this little action here between James Grace and that is Keegan there. It looks like Keegan is going to kind of take off there because James Grace had a small little issue on his own. I think just slid into that last turn a little too far, and now is trying to make up the speed that he shredded off there. But right now it looks like that nice little choo-choo formation. So they are single file and all evenly spaced out. Looks like we got Trevor. Looks like Moonen's going to give another run there to. Is that Fitz behind? Yeah, Fitz is going to make a run on Moonen here.
Well, he was in position number 12 at the start of this one. Was that number 28 D1RT machine? He's passed somewhat half the field already, but with time winding down, Alex Bergeron, your race leader, as he comes down into turns 1 and 2 here on the final lap. Bergeron, he has got a 3-second advantage. A monster lead here in tonight's B main. He will come out of turn number 4. We're going to see Alex Bergeron first. We might even see a bit of daylight by the time second place comes across the start-finish line. William Brickley home in second. Third is going to go to Vinny Sansoni, and Mike Keegan will round out the top 4. Those 4 drivers locking themselves into the main event. Alex Bergeron, a 3.5 second gap in B main number 1. That's dominating.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know what's going to happen to the poor guy is he's going to go to that redraw and he's going to start 8th. So it'll be fun to watch there. Definitely always interesting there on the redraw. Something that the World of Thunder does that I have not seen many other leagues, really any leagues, do. So definitely, Steve likes to keep it new and entertaining for everybody up here in the booth, out there watching, and the guys driving on the track there.
Yeah, well, only our heat winners going to the redraw. That was B main number 1. This will be B main number 2 right now. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid.
That's right. Starting on the pole, we got the number 26 of Michael Sheridan. And in second, the number 15 of Carter Chevalier. And in third, the 21 machine of Richie Preston. Starting fourth, the 3-3-1 of Dustin Hall. And in fifth, the 25 of Tyler Deschamps. And in sixth, the 32 of Dylan Wilson. Starting seventh, in the 97, Jared Bouillard. And in eighth, in the 115, we got Tanner Folds. Scheduled to go off ninth in the number 29, Adam Sprinkle, and 10th, the number 5 of Devin Thompson, and 11th, the 069 of Paul Before, and he cropped the jet ski. He got on out of here. He's no longer in a sprint car. That's right.
That's right. He's already taken his jet ski and gone home.
Done cropped it, and I'll tell you what, he's probably throwing that down the Dustin Hall.
Well, let's hope he didn't sprinkle too much water inside the motor of that jet ski.
No, and hopefully he's able to tow it there with his Chevalier. Gotcha.
Green flag.
Won the last one, but I'm winning this one. They're pushing that loud pedal now. They're off, and Michael Sheridan takes a good little jump there into first. And, ooh, we got, was that Carter Chevalier? Somebody got a little action going into one there between the second and third place. I just didn't see who that was there, Brett.
Yeah, I kind of missed it as well. Tyler Deschamps riding the outside of the racetrack through turns 1 and 2. Richie Preston in third, Dustin Hall fourth. It's amazing to see that these drivers from the start of the night. What we're doing, 16-second lap times, I think it was.
Yeah, yes, yep.
We are down to low. Well, that one was a 17.9. So we are over a second. Obviously, with the slicker it gets, the slower you're going to go. But it's just amazing to see that the dynamic track that obviously iRacing gives us just to see it go from tacky to the slick lines to where you really got to search around all over the racetrack.
Yeah, it really changes it up and really makes you said, a new dynamic for the racers here. I know myself getting used to dirt. I came from oval, and typically, in an oval race as you go on, as you drive, it gets stickier and you get faster. That, like you said, is the opposite here. It gets you get slower as the race goes on. The track gets slicker. So very interesting dynamic as a oval driver or asphalt driver coming over to dirt. But regardless, these guys, it's an ever-changing track here on the dirt. Makes it interesting there. And these guys, like you said, Brett, they have to really kind of work and find the line that's working for them at that time. Because what they used to run in that heat racing might not be there anymore.
Yeah, watching Dustin Hall from the top of the racetrack right now above. You can see Dylan Wilson just in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen getting a little loose. Was catching up to Dustin Hall, but just a few little mistakes there from Dylan Wilson. He's going to spin out and going to pull to the inside, so we're going to stay green at this stage. Michael Sheridan continues to lead ahead of Tyler Deschamps in second. There's only about 0.6 of a second separating those two drivers at the moment. Well, last lap time by Sheridan picked up a 10th on Tyler Deschamps. And Deschamps was one of those drivers a couple of weeks ago that really stood out, was able to pass a whole lot of cars during a feature event.
Yes, he was. And then I'm trying to see if we got anybody else really going out there and throwing it, but it looks like they're all kind of evenly spaced here, not really able to throw much action right now as we are coming down to 2 to go here when they cross the start-finish line.
Yeah, they'll come out of turn number 3 and 4 this time by Sheridan from the virtual Doug Clark flag stand. the popsicle sticks around. And well, I hope those popsicles were nice because I'm feeling hungry.
Yes, we can tell. And you say that's food in your mouth. I'll take your word for it. That's true.
Right.
I could go for I heard the microwave going earlier. A good bag of popcorn, something like that. Sounds pretty good right now. Good bag of popcorn with a race. You can't beat that. What's your favorite race or sporting event snack then? As these guys go to the start finish line, and Michael Sheridan looks to be the winner.
Probably a pie. Can't go past the meat pie.
Did you say a meat pie?
Yeah, meat pie. See, you don't know what that is. That's disappointing.
Oh, I do.
Okay, all right, cool.
I would have never said that was like my my favorite sporting event, but hey, that's the different culture here. I'm more of like a candy guy. Do you remember Butterfinger BBs?
Hell no.
You say no?
No.
Oh my goodness, you missed out on the best thing in the world. I don't know why they ever got rid of Butterfinger BBs, but I always used to take those with me. Now I'm a natural. I'm a nacho, jalapeno, and cheese guy. I love a good thing of nacho.
I don't mind a hot dog every now and then.
Yeah, you can't beat you can't go wrong with a hot dog in my mind. I don't like the beef ones, like the high quality ones, if you will. Which I don't know if there's such a thing as a high quality hot dog. I like the asses, the eyeballs. Give me the nasty stuff. I think that's the best hot dog there is.
I'm sure you love it. I'm sure you love a good ass or an eyeball.
Well, I think there's somebody out here that's got a little on their paint that says they like to eat hot dogs in a way.
Well, speaking of backsides, let's take a look at your Ultimate Turd TV starting grid.
I like that one, didn't you?
All right, Skylar Brown will start position 1. Austin Simmelman will start position 2. Craig Dunn out of position 3. Position 4, Jeffrey Stewart. Position 5, JD Brown. Position 6, Brian Cross, Jim Emery out of position 7. Jimmy Mars out of position 8. Hayden Cardwell, position 9. Tim Ryan, position 10. Tommy Moreau, position 11. Alex Studinger, position 12. Blake Cannon, position 13. Boy, this is a stacked B main.
Not too bad. Not too bad. You look at the 1 and 2, you got 2 world-class drivers there with very high ratings.
Craig Dunn's fast. Brian Cross is fast. Hayden Cardwell, position 9. Tim Ryan, former World of Outlaw iRacing 410 champion, position 10. Man, this is stacked, this one. You know what? I'm going to let you lead us to the green flag while I finish your sandwich.
Alrighty, and that sounds fantastic. I'm pretty hungry myself here. So I'm going to guess it's a Vegemite sandwich because Brett comes from the land down under. You like that? See, I can sing a little. I'm getting ready for that Dirty Grass Souls there. Steve.
Yeah, between you and Steve.
And you know what sings better than I do? That's the loud pedal, and they're on it. Here comes Brian I'm sorry, is it? Yeah. Sorry, Skylar Brown. There we go. It had to update there. Skylar Brown in that yellow machine just tearing it up, and he's taking the low line. So again, we kind of see a new line from the leader. So this is the third main that we've had? Third B main, and this is the third line that a leader has taken now. So that's an interesting way to look at it, and I don't know if they're just 3 different types of drivers or if this track is just really changing that much. But it's like we got a little battle here between 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Got some interesting maneuvers going on there.
Tell you what, 6th and 7th are about to come up as well. Hayden Cardwell, Tim Ryan, they race side by side through turn number 3 and 4.
And before Brett dies here, I'll take it away. And Hayden Cardwell does. He goes from the top all the way to the bottom there to, I was going to say try to do a slider, but I don't think he's going to throw a slider on 3 different cars there. You never know, though. Hayden, he's going to put it up there, do whatever he can. Then we got Brian Cross that gets into it there with, I want to say that was Tim Ryan. They get a little bumping and a little bumping going on it again. Hayden gets past him, but Brian Cross is giving Tim Ryan a little hard of a time right now. But Cardwell up to 4th now, Brett.
Now he's looking for that 4th and final transfer. Position 3 wide down through 1 and 2. Stewart through the middle. Tim Ryan, 3 positions, 1 turn. The 98 Logitech Alta C Sports just on an absolute tearing. He is so good here in Knoxville in a 410. In fact, massive weird flex right now. Did you know I have spanked Tim Ryan twice in a 360 here on a black track like this at Knoxville?
Well, I will give you credit. You seem to be able to throw that sprint car around pretty well. Not quite as good as me, but hey, you're close.
Look, one day, I'll become like you.
I think a lot of people try, sir, but very few succeed. We take a look here, and everybody seems to be running that low line, and I'm not trying to give Hayden a bunch of attention here, but if you look up there, he is running up to that top line, and now the 38 of Tim Ryan runs up there with him to see what he can do. I don't know if he was just trying to get in front of Hayden there and stop him from coming or what, but he made his work happen. He made it work. Now they're going 3 wide, bumping and grinding.
Yep, that was Stewart and Ryan who had contact going down into turn 3. Oh, there it is, contact into 1.
Like I said, as Brett dies here, I'll keep it going. And Austin Schimmelman, we're watching there, he's keeping a good run on second there, keeping Hayden far enough behind, I believe, as we go into 2 laps left. We're watching, let's see, looks like, who is that? In the Craig Dunn looks to kind of be running up a little here, getting a little action. Maybe going to make a run for 4th here in this last lap. I don't know if he's going to have the time.
Final couple of turns right now. Scarlett Brown going to get the win here in B main. Number 3, Austin Zimmerman will find himself in 2nd spot. 3rd at the line between it'll be Hayden Carbell ahead of Tim Ryan. Those 4 drivers, well, they survive a scare in tonight's B main. They will make the A main, but they will have to do it the hard way. Tim Ryan going to come from dead last, position number 24 in tonight's A main. You know what's up next?
The redraw.
Nope. Dance, revolution.
Well, look at that. I was wrong.
Close enough. Anyhow.
Right.
Just awaiting.
All right. You got about every function your body could do. I think it's happening.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Are you about to birth a baby?
Probably. Look, everything's just sort of coming in and out in the wrong directions.
It sounds like.
All right, Mr. Steve McMillan, are you ready? What do we have? 4 heats, right?
I'm ready. 4 heat races.
Let's go.
All right, Bray Neidler, car number 5.
Position 2.
Car number 24, Sean Timmerman.
Position 3.
Car number 49, David Halliman.
Pole position.
Pole.
Yep.
Car number 2, Dylan Hauser.
Position 4.
I thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Have fun. Tell them to pull their heads in.
10-4.
I think they've been pretty good though. Sprint car drivers. Man, you should have had the whining and the crybabies from the super late models earlier on.
I could bring my son down here if you want to hear crying.
No thanks. I got a 9-year-old that does enough of that. Turning this into a kids show right now. Anyhow, while we've got this opportunity, of course, I want to give a shout out to World of Thunder Racing League. Check them out on the World Wide Web at www.wotrl.com. Check them out on Facebook as well at WOTRL. Well, it's the World of Thunder Racing League on Facebook. Make sure to check out DirtFan on the World Wide Web as well, dirtfan.com. Check them out on their social media platforms as well. Give them a like and a follow. And, of course, the official photographer for the World of Thunder iRacing League on Sunday nights only, JZ iRacing Photography does a wonderful job. Tommy, where can people find Checkers and Wreckers?
You can search on Facebook for Checkers and Wreckers and just like the page right there. You can hop over to the World Wide Web, as you say, and go to www.bwsports1 is the numeric one.com. That's bwsports1.com. And then when you go there, it's kind of like when you go to Ultimate Dirt TV over there on the YouTube and hit subscribe. I think you hear this.
Every time, you know what? Dance Revolution.
I'd like to see somebody do a dance revolution to that.
I tell you what, it won't be me.
Fair enough.
All right,
I gotta
because
stop laughing at those jokes.
yeah, laughing at a cripple, right?
Anytime you say that now, I'm just gonna think of McDonald's. Maccas.
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 Well, you've never shortened McDonald's down to Macca.
Mickey D's.
Mickey, what the hell is a Mickey D?
That's McDonald's. It's not a Mac. I want everybody.
How do you get Mickey out of Mac? How do you get Mickey? No, listen. You listen to me. How do you get Mickey out of Mac?
Because we're American. We don't do things that make sense.
God, you're stupid.
I can admit it.
I'm going down to Mickey D's. Who's Mickey? What's she like?
Maccas sounds. I don't know. I want everybody that's watching right now to let me know if you are, if you ever shorten McDonald's. How do you shorten it? Maccas, Mickey D's, MCs? I don't know.
Nah.
Mickey
Mickey
MCs. I gotta.
Mickey D. Mickey D. No. Anyhow, let's just pause that subject for a moment because I'm starting to get hungry again. Let's take a look.
You started talking about a sandwich. I'm starving.
Yeah, let's take a look at your Ultimate Dare TV starting grid. Alright, I'll go through the first 4 positions just quickly, just for the redraw positions. Starting on pole will be David Harleman. Braden Nyler will start position 2. Sean Timmerman will start position at number 3. Dylan Hauser will start position 4. Shea Paulo at a position 5. Ernie Williams Jr. at a position number 6.
Starting 7th in the 98, James Tiernan, and in 8th, the 42 of Tyler Shell.
Position number 9 is going to be Rusty Kruger. Tyler Farr will start position number 10.
In 11th, the 79 of Billy Rowley, and in 12th, the number 1 of Mason Hannigan.
Position 13, Bergeron. Alex Bergeron. Michael Sheridan will start position 14. Hello.
And in starting 15th, the number 10 of Shyler Brown, and in 16th, the 00 of William Brickley.
17th is going to be Tyler Ducharme. Austin Simmelman will start position number 18.
19th in the 80, we got Vinny Sansoni, and in 20th, the 21 of Richie Preston.
21st will be Hayden Cardwell. Mike Keegan will start 22nd.
And the final row in the 3-3-1, we have Dustin Hall starting 23rd, and in 24th, the number 38 of Tim Ryan.
That's a bit excessive, that Tim Ryan one, but you know what? We'll go with it. I'll tell you what.
Just keep the entertainment up here.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, anytime we go live, you know the entertainment value is going to be there. Let's be real, all right? Look, I get the feeling someone's going to win tonight.
Someone's going to win, and there's going to be about 23 others that don't.
All right. How about KFC?
Yeah, what about? So you guys have Kentucky Fried Chicken in Australia?
Yeah, of course we have Kentucky Fried Chicken.
That's like the worst chicken in America.
Nah, you're a fool. Actually, I've never tasted any of the chicken.
Oh, it's nasty. Absolutely.
Okay, so do you call it Kentucky Fried Chicken, or do you go KFC? You got a name for it, or do you go
I say KFC on that if I'm gonna say anything, because I don't think you can classify that chicken.
K-Fry?
K-Fry. Yeah, you sound too hip right now.
Well, it's hip to be square, you know.
Yeah, no, I was just about to say that. That's right.
Just quickly.
Look at this. I love the 4 wide salute when they come through the turn there. You get that full-on good look at them there. I had to interrupt there because no better sight in racing right there than the 4 wide salute from who? Who's this by? The World of Thunder, Thunder, Thunder. You know you love it. And by the way, Mr. Kenneth Blackburn says he hates Mickey D's, but you know what?
Thank you. Thank you.
Mickey D's. He said Mickey D's.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Yep.
He then says, so boom, look at that. So and then we got people talking about Burger King and Wendy's. So they
See, Burger King changed over here. They changed their name to Hungry Jack's.
Really?
Yeah.
So he got demoted from a king. He's not even a prince anymore.
He,
He's just
look, Jack's just hungry.
servant.
Look, Jack's just hungry, all right?
Exactly. Poor guy.
Poor Jack. Jack's gone hungry. How about have you got a Porto over there?
What is that?
A Portos?
Portillos or
No,
whatever?
no, a Portos. A Portos.
Never. I thought you were shortening something again.
No. Donut King?
No, we got like one of the best donut places. It's
Krispy
a local
Kreme?
place by me. No, God, no. It's Long's Donuts. You probably never heard of it because it's an Indianapolis thing. But it's
Long's
the best.
Donut?
It's like better than crack.
What'd you say? Long's Donut?
Yeah, Long's, Longs. If there's anybody from Indiana, they know exactly what I'm talking about. And look at that. It looks like I got David Heilman a little excited. He's ready to go. They're ready to go green flag racing. I think they're going off this time, aren't they?
Yes, they are indeed.
I thought he was about to boogie right there.
In Jesus' name, boogity, boogity, boogity. Amen. All right, here we go. 30 laps on the board. The field, 24 starters, 900 horse. That's a lot of horsepower on this racetrack. The field will come through turn number 3, out of turn number 4. It's time to get dirty for 30, and we are green here in the main event. And well, just look at these cars just rumble through turn number 1 and 2 for the first time. Williams around the outside of Shea Paulo. Hauser trying to hold on to a 4th position. Timmerman down low. Eiler up top. Now, two guys that love running the top side are the drivers out in front. And look, they've been catfishes. They're going down the bottom.
Right, I like that. They've been catfished. We talked about it already. We've mentioned it, I think, twice now. But the ever-changing track here, iRacing does a great job at really keeping a true form here. And these guys are trying to find where they're comfortable and where they can make it run. I don't see a Heilman or Eiler really missing out unless they make a mistake themselves. But we'll see. We got plenty of racing left to go. We'll go back to Rusty Kruger here. We got a little action, a little two-wide action, a little bumping and grinding back there too. So.
Harleman now lost the race lead. He went upstairs in turns 1 and 2. That allowed Braden Eiler to get to the inside. Now they're going to switch lanes, going down into 3 and 4. Dylan Hauser right there with them as well, trying to cut down from the top to the bottom. Look at them all trying to fight to get to the bottom side. 3 wide through turn number 1 and 2. Hauser from 3rd up to position number 1 in the space of 3/4 of a lap. And Dylan Hauser to the race lead. He's been phenomenal over the past couple of months.
Absolutely. And then I go back a little farther here, and I'm watching Vinny Sansoni and Hayden Cardwell. They're taking that high line. They're really keeping that line that we saw run before, where they're just putting their back tires just millimeters away from the wall, it seems. And they're going to try to, it looks like, carve out a little section here for those two to run off with it. And it looks like now... who is that? Somebody, Brown was taking that line with him now, but he has gone down to the low end again.
Well, back up towards the front of the field. David Harleman has fallen back to position 4. Tyler Shell made his way to position 3. Here comes Eiler, 3 wide, down into turns 1 and 2. Hauser on the top, Eiler through the middle, and Tyler Shell in the space of a lap. He's gone from a lap and a half. He's gone from about 4th or 5th up to the race lead, but man, Hauser comes back at him through turns 3 and 4 through the middle. Shell, he's good on the bottom side, but couldn't get the drive on the exit of turn 4 that time by. Eiler will go back downstairs. Take a look at your top 7 drivers. There was about a second between those drivers. And again, what a phenomenal job so far these drivers have done. 9 out of the 30 completed under the green flag, boy. I hope they got enough fuel and I hope these guys didn't try to undercut it.
Well, that would be me, because you got to try to do whatever you can in that situation. But we watched the 7th position, the number 12 of Alex Bergeron here, and usually he is used to kind of being up in that top 3 range. So I don't know if right now he's just remaining patient, seeing if these guys are going to do some nasty racing. When I say nasty, just kind of that bump and grind there, and see if maybe they're going to make a mistake, or maybe he's just trying to find where he's comfortable still and going to pounce here a little later. But needless to say, Bergeron, we're not used to seeing running as far back as 6th. I hate saying that, but I mean, usually, like I said, since I've been calling, it seems like he's been in the top 3-4 positions.
Well, we'll see how far he can come through the field right now. He sits in 6th position. The battle on screen as Tyler Shell starts to walk away from the rest of the competition slowly but surely. 12 laps in, 18 to go. David Harleman, Dylan Hauser run side by side through 1 and 2. Hauser will have the momentum. Now look at James Tiernan up on the inside of Braden Isla. Isla led a couple of laps there at the start, had a good battle with Hauser and Harleman, but they all fall to the clutches of Tyler Shell. He is the man that is looking, or has to be beaten here tonight. And fun fact about Tyler Shell, he was last season's champion and obviously didn't come back to defend that crown, was too scared.
Well, you know what? When you got the competition level like you do in the... Hold on, let me get the world of thunder.
Dance, dance, revolution!
There's a gentleman on the thing. He said anytime a car ends up on its side, it flips over. That's what we need to do. Is hold on. I gotta pick a number 1 through 24.
I told you, 26. We had this conversation last week.
I'm doing one for Dance Dance Revolution.
Yeah, and I said 26.
No, that was for UDTV.
Well, okay, well, I picked 26 again.
You can't do that.
What do you mean? Number 10.
Because it's a Dance Dance Revolution.
Nah. Get out of here.
Almost sounded more like you. Hey, we're looking at Dylan Hauser and Tyler Shell. They were battling out for that first spot there. And David Heilman is able to make a run back at it and catch up after those two did a little racing with each other. They separate now, but the other, 4 behind them that were in that lead pack have all caught up to them again.
Well, I got to say, a big hats off to all 24 drivers. So far, only one car has found himself back on pit road. That's William Brickley. Tim Ryan has had an absolute horrid run here tonight. Hauser, he's under heavy pressure here from Braden Isla and David Harleman. It's almost like these 3 drivers haven't gotten away from each other since the drop of the green flag. And boy, haven't these 3 just put on an absolute show. 19 down, 11 to run. Tommy, nearly 2/3 of the race distance complete, all under the green flag.
It doesn't get better than that. That is for sure. And I'm looking back at the number 20 of Hayden Cardwell battling it out with the number 91 of EWJ. That's Ernie Williams Jr. And it seems like Hayden slides around him. Hayden's kind of running that midline right now. So like I said, these guys are completely changing it up, trying to find what's comfortable for them, where they can find that speed. And do you think Hayden has enough to make it onto the podium and talk to us again tonight?
Not an absolute chance in the world. Look at Alex Bergeron. He's running the cushion all the way around this half a mile. We've got 9 to run. Hauser's gone to the top shelf. He's gone to the cushion in 1 and 2. Isla through the middle. Shell continues to lead. Isla, Hauser in third, 4th, David Harleman. 5th is Alex Bergeron. James Tiernan back in 6th. And this top 6, again, there's still nothing in it. It's about a second and a half. And, well, it's only grown because Tyler Shell's been out in front and he hasn't had anybody that has been able to put pressure on the back of that number 85 machine. But as we start to close in here on 7 laps to go, I get the feeling Braden Isla, he has been super quick here over the last 5 laps. Braden Isla may just have something for your race leader. Look at Bergeron around the outside of Harleman.
That's what I was going to say. Don't close your eyes now because Alex Bergeron is coming up, and he's coming up fast, that's for sure. It's always fun to watch Alex and David go at it, and I think these two are definitely going to give a run for the money here in the last 5 as we see Bergeron taking that outside line, trying to give Hauser a run for his money now. I think these two are going to catch up and give Hauser everything he's got here.
Well, we're about to have a battle for our 3rd place and our final spot on the podium. It's Hauser sliding up in front of Bergeron. Here goes Harleman to the inside. Now Bergeron cuts underneath Hauser out of turn number 2. They race side by side. They're nearly 3 wide. And look at Bergeron. Oh, no, there goes Hauser into the wall. Dance, dance, revolution. Our first yellow of the night. And it happens 25 laps into tonight's A-main. Just when I thought there was a possibility of going flag to flag, a yellow flag pops its head here at the Knoxville Raceway.
Dance, dance, Revolution.
Pick a new number.
I like that one better. That was 16.
Nah, get out of that one. Go 20.
20. Give this a try. Anticipation for a dance.
Oh, that's horrible. No, straight up. Go number 10.
We're going to find a good one.
Yeah, I don't care if we're going to go through the whole thing under yellow. We'll go through the whole soundboard.
This is the dance, revolution,
revolution. Yeah, that sounds alright.
You like that? It's too bad, like, I can't put the effect on and then you go through with it, but...
Yeah, that would sound cool, actually. Let's figure a way how to do that.
We'll make it. Wait, you see me with Discord, so it might take a couple weeks. But
a couple weeks.
Figure it out.
Come on, you're
gonna have a baby by the time I get it.
All right, green-white checker situation coming out here at the Knoxville Raceway. Nearly 25 laps before our first caution. Hauser being given an EOL. He will go to the back, and you've got a feel for Alex Bergeron. Hayden Carbell up to 6, and while I said he had no chance at a podium, got to take that back. There's 2 laps to get something done. He's got to get 3 positions, but it is going to be tough to get by these cars as Tyler Schell makes his way into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, Tyler Schell, 1 mile away from victory lane here at the Knoxville Raceway. Can he take the famous right-hand turn as Braden Arler gets a horrible start there? David Heilemann almost got to his outside. Cardwell immediately straight into position number 5. Gets on by Rusty Kruger. Cardwell through the middle now looking over the right rear there of James Tin. And Cardwell goes to the top, pulls the wing in the trunk and tries to rip the lip following Heilemann and Braden Arler. The white flag is out. Final time in the final lap. Round number 7 of the World of Thunder Racing League and DirtFan.com. 410 winged sprint cars into 3 and 4 for the final time. Out of turn number 4, who is going to go to victory lane? Tyler Schell hangs on. Braden Arler second. Third at the line is going to be David Heilemann. Fourth, we'll see Hayden Cardwell. Fifth is going to be Billy Rowley. Tyler Ducharme, Ernie Williams Jr. I'm saying, man. Rusty Kruger, Austin Simmerman, Skylar Brown, your top 10. And then we go over the page and chat and look at Alex Bergeron, Dustin Hall, Vinny Sansoni. Then we go back to Richie Preston, Tyler File, Tim Ryan, Mike Keegan, Mason Hannigan, James Tiernan, Sean Timmerman, 20th, Michael Sheridan, 21st, Dylan Hauser, Shea Paulo, William Brickley, 3 drivers to go 1 lap or more down. What a race that was. Tommy, 25 laps, green flag here at the Knoxville Raceway. A very, very slick surface. That's a hats off to all these guys.
Absolutely. Like I said, the guys over at the World of Thunder, they know how to bring it. They know how to bring it clean and effective and nice. And just that was sexy. That was a great race. And then, I want to point out, if you look at positions 9 through 13, look at the group right there that you have. So congrats to everybody that placed above 9th, because you beat a hell of a group of guys right there. You got Austin Simmelman, you got Skylar Brown, you got Alex Bergeron, Dustin Hall, and Vinny Sansoni. That is a I rating average of roughly 5,000. That's impressive, guys. That's at least to me, a guy looking out from the D class now.
Easy peasy, easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Applause there, right on.
All right, let's chat to your winner here tonight. Sandbagged earlier on, but not in this race. But he comes home with a first-place run here tonight, driving caliber 85. It's Tyler Schell. Tyler, congratulations on this victory. Man, what a run that was, and what a race. 25 laps, green flag before our first yellow. Did you think at that stage that we were going to go flag to flag?
I either thought we were going to go flag to flag or we were going to get a caution for someone running out, but I don't know what the caution came out for, but that's what I was thinking. What 5? Then I saw the caution come out and I really didn't like it because I kind of had my momentum up and was hitting my line, and then when we went back green, I kind of really couldn't hit my line on that first lap. Kind of scared me a little bit. Thought Braden was going to get by me, but hit 3 and 4 right in the last lap and got the win.
Well, that was the next question I was going to ask you about when that yellow come out. What was going through your mind, knowing that you had a bit of a gap, more than enough to probably to get you or to see you through to the end, even if you made a mistake here or there, because the track looked like towards the end it was getting very difficult to pass. Everybody was trying to fight for the bottom. There was guys that were trying trying to make a miracle happen on the top side.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was getting, to be honest, pretty even. You just had to run anywhere, to be honest. I think the top was there down the straightaways because it was trying to really get, Slick was getting really far down the straightaway, so you had to really wait on it on the bottom. And Braden kept getting runs. I could hear him, but he couldn't get the run he needed.
All right, well, congratulations on the win here at the Knoxville Raceway. We'll let you get out of here and celebrate, but before we do, of course, your sponsors on this race car, why don't you go ahead and give them a shout out?
I'd like to thank you guys for broadcasting, and then Steven putting this on. It's a great deal you guys going, and then that was up Sim Sport, and then our sponsors, the Catch Fence Apparel Company, Hergot Real Estate, BS Air, The Wall Photographs, and Paints by Tuna and Motorsports Beat.
All right, there we go. Tyler Shell home in first place here tonight. We'll chat to our first loser. That is second place here tonight. He's standing by with Tommy. That is Braden Eiler.
Well, that's one heck of a way to put it, Brett. Hopefully you didn't have to hear that there, Braden. You had a fantastic race there, and thank you first of all. Myself, I'm not very familiar. I think this is one of the first times I've seen you run, so kind of give us a little rundown of your opinion on the track and the competition here at the World of Thunder.
Yeah, I ran here before, but I was coming into this race. Track was getting really slick early on, and I was kind of worried it wasn't gonna play out too well for the feature. But I had to walk the car down a ton to try to make sure it didn't, spin the tires a lot and spin out. But I mean, there was a lot of different lines, but 1 and 2 was pretty much just the bottom. I was able to make like the middle slider line-ish work, but it just 1 and 2 really was just, if you wanted to stay consistent, just went to the bottom and tried to pull even and not lose a bunch of time or spin the tires.
Absolutely, yeah. I would have been tossing those tires all over the place if it was me. But kind of run through that last restart or going into the yellow, I guess, too, because it all happened in your rear view, kind of right behind you from what I remember there. But did you see Bergeron spin there in the rear view? And then what goes through your head as you see that yellow drop and you guys are running out there a little farther ahead?
Yeah, I wasn't really sure what happened. I knew it happened up front because I'm pretty sure I saw Hauser disappear, but honestly, I think if that would have stayed green, I probably could have had a better shot at him, or if I maybe had one more lap. The line that I was running was just so fine. If you just made one tiny mistake, you're going to lose a bunch of time or not gain anything at all that you needed to gain. It was really sketchy, but I mean, it was a good race to Tyler. I wish I could run the bottom like he does. I mean, he just comes out of nowhere, and you're just like, dang. Now
Right.
I gotta follow him and wait for him to screw up, or hope another line comes into play.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes that's what it takes. Those guys have a heck of a car, and you just really hope that they're going to make a mistake and you can capitalize on it. But I guess the last question I would have for you is kind of regarding that final restart again. But with the track conditions like it is, so slick and everything like that, kind of what goes through your mind? Because it's not just hitting the gas like you normally would on a restart. You really have to finesse it. You have to have that throttle control and everything. Do you get a little nervous yourself, or are you past that point in your racing that it's all kind of second nature now?
I'm getting better at the whole not spinning the tires throttle control deal, but I really would ask Brett. I'd really prefer to just send it on the cushion and not have to worry a whole lot about trying to not spin out all the time. But that line I was running, I found a grip patch in 3 and 4 that was probably about half a tire width, and you just get on it and just send it off the corner, and you gain a ton of time, but it was just really fine. And if you made one tiny mistake with spinning the tires or anything, you were done for.
Absolutely, that's right, as Steve likes to say. And you sound exactly like Brett when you say just put it on top and send it there. Because anytime I ask him for advice on any track, it doesn't matter if it's I'm trying to think of the Chili Bowl. It's put it on the top and go full throttle, mate. So You can definitely tell you learned from him. Who else would you like to give a shout out to besides the big guy over at UDTV there?
Yeah, just shout out to everyone that put the steel on, and shout out to everyone at the Kinzer Sim team. This thing was really hooked up tonight, and thanks to Wicked Cushion, Will Retire, all the team sponsors, DRC, so Valley Transportation, Profiles by Sanford, and thanks to my personal sponsors, Darius Network, and thanks to everyone out there for watching and supporting.
Absolutely, and thank you very much for putting on the entertainment for all of us to watch there.
Yep, he's gone. Second place, first loser. Talk about another loser. Our second loser tonight, third place, driving car number 49, David Harleman. David, you started on pole. It was always going to be a difficult task trying to hang on, but this track, what happened?
You just said it. I started on pole. I didn't want that. I would have rather started third, and then I was doing my thing on the bottom. 2 laps in, I hear, "Hey, go high, run this line, do this, do that." Found myself in 5th. So I was like, well, fuck. I was behind Shell, like I was just hitting the bottom. I was staying right with them, and we just putted the bottom at the end. But
Who was giving you this advice to run the top?
we won't say any names, but I mean, I think top might have been there at the end. I think Hagen ripped it, but late caution didn't let us do that. But the tracks are so garbage now, They just run, every single league just runs them to death. And it used to be a good thing when the cushion was better, because that would bring in the bottom better. But now it just pushes everything to the bottom, and it just makes it like a late model race where you just got to door people and get all physical, and it's in a damn sprint car, and it's zero fun. It's no fun.
Is it no fun because you went backwards? Would it have been more fun if you went forwards?
Going forward on a track like that, I've had races where I just commit 100% to the bottom. It's just no fun putting around the bottom and having 20 other guys putt around the bottom too. Because then you have to get physical and fight for every inch like a damn late model race. And that's what we're starting to see now in these leagues. And leagues they don't even start at 0 here. They just let her rip all night and just burn the track to hell. Who wants to race like a track where you have no grip?
So I guess throttle control does. I guess throttle control doesn't mean anything for you.
I guess.
You're entitled to your opinion, but I'm just saying, what, throttle control doesn't matter again? Do you want to go to tracks where you just hammer down and follow the leader, and have people drive through you?
Obviously not. I just want a track where you can get some runs and hit the right grip, and just have some grip in the track. Obviously, throttle control. There's people act like that's people are always like, oh, I need help with my car spinning out. They say, oh, throttle control. But every single driver who made this feature has all right. Well, 75% of them. Their throttle control is fine because you don't use the brakes at all. You just engine brake. You just lift and then push the gas, and everybody can do that when it's black slick. And it makes everything closer and tighter, but then that's when you got to stick your elbows out and start killing each other. At least when the line's around the top, there's more room. There's more racing room. You can throw sliders and do other stuff. I'm not saying put the cushion back. But in this current build, there is 0 cushion. There's 0% is what they have in the system. I would just like to see it at 1 or 2 for accurate purposes, but I would also like to see the tracks at least not get as slick, as fast anymore. We no longer need that. They get so damn black now, and we run 10 minutes before we even qualify. And it leaves us with a feature like that. It's same as last week, same as the week before, same in other leagues. It's every league. It's just wing sprint cars are just no fun. It's just always keep the momentum up. There's no aiming for grip here and there. It's just whatever the hell gets your momentum around. And now, if you get inside a guy, just door him out of the way, and we'll just be arguing like late model drivers in a couple months come pro season.
Okay, so this is going to turn into a therapy session right now. Okay, so in your eyes, how does one get a track to be perfect to where there's multiple grooves?
Like I said, with how damn quickly it slicks off the game now, it's hard because when one groove comes just as fast, once everybody finds it, it goes again, which is nice at times. It's nice in like maybe an official race, but not so much in a league race when you're going to have longer runs and whatnot.
Yeah, but okay. So you go back to that official part. You've only got 20 drivers. You've got 50 here on a league race on the night.
Exactly. So at some point, you're going to have to reset the track. Now, I wouldn't like it for the B mains. All right, start the track at 0, shorten the practice to 5 minutes, then reset it and warm up after the B mains and let it burn. Depending on the track, let it burn. Some tracks are gonna obviously different. That's one other thing that league admins get wrong all the time. They try to one fell swoop cover it all up with a brush. Oh, if we do this here, it worked good last week. It should work at this track in different seconds. No. You just gotta be able to kind of react on the fly. That's all. I just want a little more grip of my tracks. I'm tired of being a third throttle around an entire racetrack in a winged sprint car. That's why wingless cars are better.
You only say that because you're a world champion. Like,
I definitely do, and I'll admit that.
all right. Our therapy session is wrapped up. Congratulations on the third place run. We'll let you get out of here and let you thank some sponsors as well. Yeah, I'm sending you a bill for $450.
Jesus. Well, I only paid $200 to win or for third tonight.
I
so.
think you made him more upset though, Brett. So
That's what Brett always does to me. That's nothing new.
Yeah, but you won't forget. I'm the one that's going to listen to it.
I know Brett's like a gallon of gas. He's not a gallon of gas. He's like a 20-gallon container of gas, and it's like a big fire. He just runs to it.
As much as like people, as much as people didn't like, Cushing all the time, they got tired of it, which is very fair to say. It's just now we're tired of black slick tracks. Maybe I'm not in the majority. Maybe I'm not. I'd like to maybe put it up for a vote or something. But that's just how I feel. It just like even right after my heat race, I was just like, yeah, I guess feature's going to be no fun.
I think you're following your idol too much. I think you need to lay off the juice and come back to reality. You know who I'm talking about too.
Thank all the guys at Slick Sim Sport, Nap Auto Parts, Wicked Energy Gum, and Ultimate Dirt TV, and all the viewers for staying and listening to me ramble on about iRacing problems.
Just a sim racer's problem at best. There we go, David Heilemann. Oh boy, that was a long interview. Normally we don't stick around for that long, but jeez, that was yeah. Well, look, hey, look, regardless of the track conditions, I actually enjoyed that one. 25 laps before our first yellow. You don't get to see it you very rarely get to see it in a league race, in sprint cars anyway.
No, I thought that was a very entertaining race, so I appreciate the racers on our end at least. So I'm going to kind of compare that. I don't know if anybody watches a little F1 action.
Listen, this is Ultimate Dirt TV for a reason, all right?
He sounds like Lewis Hamilton. He's a hell of a driver, but he's the track's not right. No, I'm joking.
He's a hell of a driver, but he's a hell of a whinger too. No, he's a good guy.
He's a racer. He sounds like a racer in his interview there.
Yep, certainly does. Tommy, thank you for joining us here on this Sunday evening. As always, it's been a pleasure. Before we let you go, of course, we like to let you get your shout-outs here as well. Where can people find Checkers and Wreckers?
That is right. If you, God, I did it again. If you hop over to www.pwsports1.com, or you can hop on Facebook and search for Checkers and Wreckers. We appreciate it. We talk all things racing, not just dirt, but we love dirt. These guys are getting me into it a lot more. And Brett's a little damn asshole, I'll tell you that. I was going to use the C word, but it's not Pat. Oh, it is. Brett's a little cunt.
All right, that'll do it.
11:30, we're clear.
All right, that'll do it for us here at Ultimate Dirt TV. Of course, a big thanks to the guys here at World of Thunder. Of course, dirtfan.com and JZ iRacing Photography. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV, the management behind the scenes, we say farewell and good night from the sprint car capital of the world, the Knoxville Raceway. Good night, everyone.